What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Hot Take. Today we are in a 1996 Ford Mustang, chassis code SN95. I've never driven one of these before. We have a 4.6 liter V8, 5-speed manual transmission. Owner Neil is with us. Neil, give us a brief rundown of this.
Yeah, so I got this car in Indiana. It was a little bit built by the previous owner. He put some, pretty nice mods on it. He cammed the motor, headers. It's got cold air intake. And it has the red interior swap as well, as you can kind of see. And like all Mustangs, it's rear-wheel drive, so it's pretty fun to drive.
Yeah, V8 manual rear-wheel drive. Can't go wrong with a classic tried and true formula. So with that, let's go ahead and hop on the road and see how she drives. Awesome. Yeah. There we go. So that's my speedo right there?
Yep.
Okay. Well, so some initial impressions. It's very loud.
Yeah.
This is how I imagine every American car ever sounds.
Pretty much, yeah.
Is that odometer counting anymore or no?
Nope. Stopped probably 50k miles ago, if I had to guess.
So no one really knows.
Yeah.
So over these bumpier section, it doesn't ride terrible. Obviously, everything kind of creaks, rattles. It's a 90s car,
yeah.
And say a higher-ish mileage 90s car that wasn't amazingly cared for at that. But it could be worse. The shifter feels good. The cable clutch is heavy.
Yeah.
And you feel a lot in this car. That's okay. We like that.
Yeah.
Easy to rev match. Cable throttle, right?
Yeah.
Sounds pretty good. I'm a fan. Try third. She's quick. Very easy to rev match. Cable throttle is predictable. It does exactly what you expect it to. Hit the brake a little bit. Brake pedal is stiff. This has ABS, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I always have to ask with some of these older cars because it might have had it before, like from factory, but then it doesn't work.
Light on. I'm not 100% sure, but it's got ABS. You can see the light on the side.
Oh. Every 90s car kind of has that sort of like cheap car feel to it, because I mean that's what they were. It's all plastic, like plastic here, plastic over there that's vibrating.
Yeah.
And they just didn't really age that well. Even the nice ones like BMWs or Mercedes, whatever. Actually, I should say Mercedes, because they did sort of age pretty well, but most cars in the 90s did not.
Mustang 305
Stock. Ooh, wow, that's a lot. So maybe this has more than that.
Maybe.
We don't really know. But I would say the power number feels like enough for this car.
Yeah.
Sounds very meaty. Surprised at how easy this car is to drive, to be honest.
Yeah. It's pretty nice. It's all stock suspension.
Yeah, like the clutch and shifter action. It feels a little weird to somebody who's not used to like cable clutch.
Yeah, the
and
cable, you have to get used to.
Yeah, you do have to get used to it. The synchros also have a very like, I would say there's a pace at which the shifter wants to be shifted. Like if the synchros all line up.
You can't just bang it.
No, you can't bang this transmission. It's like it knows how it wants to be shifted, and it'll tell you how it wants to be shifted, and you figure it out.
100%.
Yeah, but it feels good. Okay. She's got some get up and go.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? That sounded exactly how I imagined it would sound.
Oh, yeah.
It's 5,000 RPM, just like that grunty, like in your face, like grrr.
Yeah.
It's so angry.
Very visceral.
Very visceral. It's different from a lot of the cars I'm used to, because I'm used to driving a lot of cars that have higher red lines and more torque up top, but this is a completely different type of car.
Oh, yeah.
Very fun having all your torque right in that mid-range. I didn't even need like full throttle there in second gear.
Yeah, you just got enough power for it.
Yeah, tons of torque, tons of power. Very fun experience. She's quick.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny how much weight transfer you feel in this car under power.
Yeah.
So if you shift quickly, like I just did there, you gotta lift off just a little bit to let the clutch slip a tiny bit, and then get back on the power. And it's very smooth. If you do it immediately, like you would a Honda or something else, you get that like the ugga dugga. Yeah, the shudder.
Yeah, shudder. They had the 5.0 for 2 years before this, the 95.
That was the Windsor, right? The OBD1 cars? Yeah. Then they went to overhead cam.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. They joined the modern era.
Yeah.
This was the modern era for Ford and engines.
Yeah.
It's got a good level driver's feedback that we kind of like.
Yeah.
Makes it a fun kind of weekend, you know, cruise around car, and it's a Mustang, you know? I mean, it's not like you're not going to win any awards at any car shows or get all the looks in the world, but it's just a nice car. You can't go wrong with it.
Mustang kind of does get all the looks because of the
U-Haul.
little advertisement it does.
The U-Haul livery. Yeah, I mean, when you have a white car,
Exactly.
it's perfect base.
I did it with my SC400 before this. I had a U-Haul and then I did the 711 livery.
That's funny. There we go.
Was that half out?
That was like half.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I find myself not really getting in it all the way with this car.
Yeah.
When you get in it all the way, I mean, it has more, but you don't really need it, to be honest.
You can't beat old school V8.
No. This thing soaks up these roads. The suspension, so you said it's stock, right?
It's all stock.
It doesn't communicate amazing, but for a stock car, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
And what I like about stock cars, especially on roads like this, is it soaks up everything still. It's not too stiff. Even when you get to a rougher patch of road, it doesn't beat up your back. It's just nice.
I think it might have like H&R lowering springs, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Even those aren't really, they're not really that low, honestly.
They're that aggressive, yeah. No, it's a nice ride. It's comfortable. I like it. If only it didn't have a 90s car interior with all the plastic rattles that come along with it.
That's like another place. It's got all the 90s quirks. This was green at some point. It's like, oh,
this was green at some point. Oh yeah, did somebody like paint it?
Yep.
It's like coming off.
Same with the events.
Oh man. Who this poor car.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Season stuff.
No, you sink into these seats really nicely. They're comfortable, but they still hold you in well enough, to be honest.
Yep.
Like, you could do so much worse than these seats.
Oh,
The turning on this is really nice. It doesn't feel sharp, like responsive anyway, but this, I'm surprised at how well the steering wheel communicates to the driver.
It's decent feedback.
Yeah. I gotta hand it to Ford with this car. They did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows what the previous owners did to this car that might have affected that, but you know, as far as we know, that component of it is stock, like the steering and the suspension's mostly stock.
That's it. So it might have been serviced at some point, but yeah.
On that 4.3. I like it. Good torque, good shifter, good driver's inputs, feels good.
It's a driver's car.
It's a what?
It's a driver's car.
It is a driver's car. I mean, you know, back when this came out, I mean, the Mustang used to just be really, it was a cheap car with a fun engine and a fun driveline.
Yeah,
and that's what this is. But
nowadays Mustangs are all teched out. It's got every option. They're like 50K cars. You know?
Yeah, no, that's like
they're not affordable anymore.
They're like European sports cars. Yeah, they're not affordable anymore. And this kind of has that mechanical rawness that we really don't have in the modern Mustangs anymore. And I like it. It feels good.
Cable throttle, cable clutch, everything's just old school.
Yeah, very mechanical. So we are finished test driving the 1996 Ford Mustang GT SN95 generation, and overall it was a good experience. It's very mechanical feeling. This was in an era before Mustangs were the European sports car competitors they are now, that cost $50,000, $60,000 even for like a regular GT.
Yeah.
This was an era when the Mustang was an affordable car that you could go fast in, and I have to say, it's pretty nice. Shifter feels nice mechanical. Even the cable clutch feels good. The car is kind of softer, more supple than you would expect, but overall, great experience. Thank you for coming on to the channel.
Yeah, no problem.
This car will be for sale soon. Soon-ish. When it does go for sale, I'll put a link in the description. But with that, let's go ahead and give the SN95 Mustang a score. The score is as shown. It scores about where I expected it to. It scores closely to the Eagle Talon TSI and NC Miata. Should you buy it? The SN95 Mustang has its pitfalls as a car to use, especially over 25 years later with the creaks and rattles that go along with that. Where it really shines is value and driver's engagement. It may creak and rattle when you put your foot down and grab the shifter to go from second to third. You can't help but have a smile on your face. And if a car can do that for less than $10,000, it's a win in my book. If you want an old school mechanical American sports car, the SN95 Mustang GT is a great choice.
It's such a shitty small thing, but it's okay.